Nope.
Oh, you're recording.
Now we're going again. So you weren't there when this happened, but God, people can, whatever. We all know the Jimmy Snuka stuff. What was it? Dark Side of the Ring that finished him off?
No, I don't. Jimmy Snuka?
His reputation, yeah.
God, did they even do one on him? I don't know.
Yes, they did. They did about the girlfriend.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
We still don't know exactly what happened, but I believe he was hung for it.
Yeah.
Finally, 30 years later, but he never did any time because, well, after he lost the case, he died. He was suffering from cancer, and something with the cancer was eating his brain and giving him issues, dementia-like symptoms. But anyway, so I've been around a bit, and I think I started a school. I'm sure I had a school then. I was probably also running shows, and this is prior to your time, But we used to have a thing, and I don't know. I know where it started, but it used to be like an initiation. It was Piss Pals, Now, Piss Pals actually started where I would do this as a subconscious test with girlfriends, see how they handled themselves, and this would base my decision on how serious I was going to take the relationship, as weird as this sounds. But I was younger, I was a lot crazier. No, I'm going to say I'm just as crazy now, but I have evolved a bit. So the first shower I take with them, I would urinate on their foot and test their reaction. And it was so funny because you're showering, and then all of a sudden the body language would be like, damn, why is the water hitting my foot hotter than the water coming out the faucet? And then I looked down and realized they'd been had, and then I would see what would happen from that point. Usually they'd run, I had one that actually got me back,
Yeah.
And then my ex-wife actually turned the tables on me and went, "You fucking asshole," and she grabbed my weenus and bent it so it was hitting me in the chin.
Yeah.
In midstream, which really was painful. But I said, all right, I like this. I think I could get serious with this girl.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So then it spun into other things like the most, and King Kong Bundy, these are his words, the most unfastidious performer in the industry, in the history of the industry, was Eric Freedom. And Eric, I was going from smacking people in my life to silent protesting, passive-aggressive behavior. And I can't tell you the ways Eric would fuck me over,
Yeah.
But I couldn't knock the shit out of him because he had no fight game whatsoever, no threshold for pain, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I didn't want to hit some poor dumb half-head, you know what I mean? Like, what would that be like, afterwards? Right. I would feel bad about that. So anyway, I started to urinate on his foot with my passive aggressiveness, And the first time he saw it, and this would be in the public shower at the gym or the YMCA, and other people would be around laughing their ass off, so that encouraged me more. And he would go, "What the hell are you doing?" I go, "Well, I'm doing you a favor." He's like, "A favor? You're peeing on my foot." I'm like, "You've had athlete's foot for 6 months." Well, I read somewhere that urine kills the fungus.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, pal. Piss away. So then that lasted another probably year before one of the lawyers that worked out at lunch like we did then said, "You idiot, he's fucking with you." I see him piss on you every day. You don't have to take this. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. Mind your business. You know what I mean? And then it just turned into Piss Pals. And I've peed on many a foot. Have I peed on your foot?
No.
Rumor has it I peed on Punk's foot, but I don't remember it.
Yeah.
But whenever we have a show somewhere or a ring rental, or I get guys booked, and there were showers, I would get them. I got Mike Mercury, I know that. I believe I got Colt Cabana. I know I got Ace Steel, and countless others. Ken Anderson felt the Piss Pal. But the best Piss Pal ever, and the one that you talked about earlier with Bigglesworth, was Adrian Lynch. He's probably the most uptight of all the people I've ever trained, but hilariously uptight, no?
Yeah, he's definitely uptight.
Yeah,
he can be.
The way he sold was just amazing. But every time I would try to Piss Pal him, well, he would just outsmart me.
He saw it coming.
He saw it coming before. Like, absolutely not. I'll shower at home. You know? So this one day, he was kind of awestruck, and then these guys in the locker room, I guess they're probably still the same way. It's probably worse now, but used kids, used to be really awestruck when I would bring in a name or something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So this show was a loaded card, and I can't remember. I know Luke was on there, Luke and Butch as a tag team. The Simone SWAT team was there. Some more. But Jimmy Superfly Snuka was there.
Yeah.
And this was a naval-based show, so the shower was like a gigantic fucking shower.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
Because, you know, all them asshole Navy guys or trainees got a shower. So I was kind of angry, because I took this big, crazy-ass bump for somebody over the top backwards. But what I didn't take into consideration was that there was a boxing ring. So it had a really long apron, and I bruised my fucking femur so bad.
That sounds terrible.
I hit, and I was like, oh my God, I want to die. I tap, you know, because that's how much it hurt. But I fished, but I'm still angry, you know. So Freedom's like, you got to get Lynch. Now, Freedom and Lynch were funny. Freedom used to be a fat, unkempt individual, very pear-shaped. Lynch was, he was 340 pounds.
Yeah.
At about 5'10". God bless, he dropped down to around 260, and he's maintained that and looks great. Now, a guy like that, he's so big bone. If he was any lighter than 260, he looked like skin and bones.
Yeah.
You know. So they used to have what I used to like to call fat wars. So when I would travel with them, I would pit them against each other. You know. So they had this, and I would say Rand instigated fat wars going. I'm mad. And Freedom's like, you gotta get Lynch. Now's the time. I'm like, just leave me the fuck alone. Do I look like I'm in the mood for this shit? You know what I mean? I'm starting to get older, crustier. It's probably about your age at the time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. So we're in the shower. Simone's over there in their corner, and Jimmy's kind of like, I don't know where Jimmy was, but he was around. And Lynch is like, hey, you guys, your names. Tell me how to do this. You know?
Yeah.
So while he's listening and he's, you know, soaping up and all that stuff, I just says, fuck it. So Freedom comes in, he distracts him while he's looking that way, and he's awestruck by the names. I start peeing on his foot. So, same reaction. The water's coming out, but then it's like all of a sudden, man, hey, my sensories are on overload. The water on my foot is hotter. What's going on here? Something's a bit And so he looks down, I'm pissing on him. You motherfucker, I'm gonna kill you. You know. Yeah. So he's trying to come at me, but when he come at me, I just turned the penis and it kept him away.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm clothed.
Yeah.
You know. So the Samoans, one taps the other one, they look over and start laughing. And Jimmy's not doing shit, but he's watching the whole thing with a confused look on his face. And Jimmy goes, he pissed on you, brother. That's fucked up. All right. Exclusively here, and I can't think of anyone else in the industry that can make that sort of claim. Again, please subscribe and like to our YouTube here. Support us on Patreon. Pro Wrestling Tees. That's our official merchandise shop for Premier Pro Wrestling.